Hello, everybody. Quant got a large partnership announced. We are now in Japan with a use case with Quant. This was just announced this week on the 14th. And today I want to go over a little bit of details about what we know about it. The company is Dentsu Soken. You might have heard them before. They're not new in the world of crypto and finance. So today we're just going to jump right in. I want to talk about a little briefly what this company is, why it matters that Quant and Dentsu are now partnered up, and what it really means for Quant and crypto moving forward with their interoperability, payment processing, and everything else that we love about Quant. So if you guys have been here before, you get anything from this video, please do press the like and subscribe button. It helps me out a lot. So let's dive right into this new partnership with Quant. So to start from the beginning, so to speak, Dentsu Soken, it's a publicly traded company, mostly an IT and consulting firm. They've been around since 1975. They had previous names called Information Services International, and it was a joint venture between Japan's Dentsu Advertising Group and the General Electric in the US. So in early 2024, they rebranded as Dentsu Soken, and this was to reflect expanded roles from just systems integration to consulting and think tank type research. Right, they're headquartered over in Tokyo. They employ over 4,000 people. They operate globally, kind of things we like looking for, right? And crucially, they are deeply embedded in financial systems and infrastructure. The key takeaway here is that though this is not a crypto startup, this is a pre-established institutional regulated infrastructure company, and they have now pulled Quant into helping them out. So Dentsu is one of Japan's largest IT solutions firms. It's arguably the largest, depending on which day of the week you take a look at it. And they generally focus on system integrations, digital transformation, strategic technology consulting, data analytics, AI and automation, and think tank research. They serve over 2,500 corporate clients, and they operate across four major segments from financial solutions, business solutions, manufacturing solutions, and communication IT. Again, the financial focus here, that's important because this explains where the Quant partnership really fits in. Is they help banks and corporations transform core infrastructure, the plumbing that handles all the cash management, settlement, compliance, and regulated operations. And they do this at scale. So now with that understood, let's dive a little bit deeper. So within their financial solutions division, Dentsu Soken builds algorithmic trading systems. They do cash management platforms. They work on banking systems, core payment and settlement infrastructure. See where we're going here now? And then treasury management and compliance tooling. So one standout product is their Steam R. This is a settlement management system that integrates with Japan's central bank real-time gross settlement network of BOJNet. So this matters because they're not building experimental tech, right? They're building systems that literally move money. They do this for regulated banks under heavy compliance requirements. They also implement things like Swift reconciliation, global core banking platforms, AI-driven analytics for financial institutions. They've been here and do around. So when you hear they do finance, it's not vague. They're financial system developers for big banks and big regulated processes, not just little digital collectibles. So what about cryptocurrency? Right? Unlike many projects that hype Web3, Dentsu's blockchain work is institutional and regulated. It's not retail or speculative. It's been around. Right, their blockchain-related activities include decentralized identifiers for secure identity and cryptographic authentication. They do crypto-compatible wallets, tokenized deposits, and stablecoins. We'll come right back to that in a minute. And Web3 applications. And mostly in enterprise context, NFTs for traceability, corporate value exchange, etc. Importantly, though, their focus isn't crypto for crypto's sake, right? It's blockchain where it makes sense for regulated financial systems. And that aligns very tightly with what Quant offers, which is orchestration and interoperability, not token issuance. And again, Dentsu isn't new to crypto or blockchain. Their blockchain involvement in the past has largely been industry-based. Dentsu joined the Japan Content Blockchain Initiative. They created the Dentsu blockchain community to collaborate with startups, specifically for banks and financial institutions. They've had partnerships through the wider Dentsu group for Web3 applications like creator economy platforms, traceability and social contribution projects, and internal R&D. So, what they haven't done is launch a consumer facing crypto product that's unregulated. Their work focuses on the institutional blockchain integration, not speculation. And that's the strategic point right here. This combination of the trusted financial systems and regulated blockchain experimentation is what makes them valuable to banks. Now let's jump in and talk about this actual partnership. Quant and Dentsu announced a strategic collaboration to support the adoption of tokenized deposits, institutional stablecoins, and programmable settlement infrastructure in Japan. I know the country's a little small, but dear Lord, their economy is quite large, and this is a great setup for Quant, right? This isn't just a PR headline, it's an alignment of Quant's interoperability tech in real time. The progress and proof that they have made through the testing and pilots with CBDCs, the Bank of International Settlements, is really starting to come through because you have other countries that have noticed what they were doing, shown that the pilots work, and now they're hopping in. And also just showing good alignment of Japan to Quant with the understanding of Quant's interoperable tech, right? Dentsu Soken's institutional implementation, their expertise involved, and then just all of Japan's interest in regulated digital money infrastructure. So this is a countrywide start. It is not an official CBDC deal or anything with Japan. Let's make that clear. But they are now getting involved with the back end of banks and those who help manage and talk to and advise institutional backings. So if they're working with Quant, who do you think they're going to be recommending and help push on a national level for banking institutions and CBDCs? Quant slid right in the door on this one, guys. Now, the big part that they're looking at using Quant for is tokenized deposits. Let's clarify what that is because I feel like that's a buzz term that gets used a lot in the cryptoverse. And I think this is crucial for understanding, right? Tokenized deposits, they're not crypto tokens with variable prices, right? What they are is it's real bank money. It's just tokenized on a ledger. It's fully regulated and it's redeemable one to one with bank accounts. So it's closer to a stable coin. But if you think about it as your normal bank balance, just digital, programmable, and now it's interoperable. And this is something that banks want. Banks in Japan want because this is going to reduce all the settlement friction. It helps enable real time conditional payments. It helps improve the liquidity automation and it speeds up cross institution processes. Not to mention, banks are still a business and this helps save them a lot of the business side of it. So, this isn't, again, this is not crypto speculation. It is official institutional digital money, and this partnership is focused on production. Now, on Quant's side of this, Quant's now providing obviously the blockchain agnostic interoperability layer to make this all easy and smooth when they send the tokenized deposits anywhere they damn well please. This helps with the architecture that connects the legacy systems, the old tech from banks, to connect it to multiple ledgers and help make sure that it's all ISO 20022 compliant with the native integrations. Right? This is now official programmable money orchestration. Let's translate that a little bit more to English. This means that banks now in Japan are going to be able to move tokenized deposits across different banking systems. It sets programmable condition payments set. It will settle automatically with other tokenized assets moving on with banks and helps maintain compliance and audit logging. So Quant is not the vendor chain. It's the middleware that's connecting everything, and Japan is now bringing them on board to help out. This is why regulations and banks actually like this, right? There's no single chain dependency, just policy-driven interoperability through something that's been proven to be able to hold up to scale from other large pilot tests with CBDCs and tokenized deposits, like the UK was doing right now. Japan pulled it in officially. So now, of course, what everyone wants to know is what does this mean for the Quant price? Probably a slow burn to the upside, right? So for the investor side of things, this is probably not going to be a large price pump announcement. I'll see by the time this actually posts. But this is structural adoption signal. Things are going to be moving, right? The actual use cases will take a little bit for it to happen, but this gets announced enough. This will be a hype buy, a buy the rumor, and maintain it because the news is factually driven and proven. But now Quant's tech is being embedded in real world systems on a decently large scale. Regulatory entities and banks are open to institutional blockchain. It's proving this. Japan, which is kind of a conservative regulated market, is now embracing the programmable money. Other countries are going to follow suit. Interoperability is becoming a required layer. We all know this, you knew this, but now we're seeing it happen in real time, right? Again, this is way past speculation, real life utility and infrastructure. So in short, guys, I see this as a really large step forward for Quant. And I didn't find it odd at all that they jumped in on the tokenized deposits, since right now in the UK, they're finishing a pilot on that. It's a clear sign that pilot's going pretty well when other countries are already sniffing around and pulling in the same technology. This is just another step on the Quant resume, and we're going to see this keep adding up. So let me know what your guys' thoughts are. I think this was huge news. I can't wait to see more countries and more details about how Dentsu is going to help out Quant and vice versa. Let me know your guys' thoughts down below. See you again soon.